Hello and welcome to the Stock Planner channel. Hey, we're having a stock market challenge. It's called How to Beat the Stock Market in 2022. It's our Swing Trading Challenge. Anybody can do it. Not many rules. All you have to do is annotate and note your trading account balance on the 1st of March. Again, see what happens at the end of May. That's 90 days. And see if you can achieve 3 to 6% net profit. If you only have a $10,000 account, 3% of that is only $300. It's $100 a month. Not a lot. But most traders, 90% of them, are losing traders. So if you could achieve this 3%, the 6% profit per quarter, you're doing better than 90%. And Warren Buffett does around 5% a quarter. And the point of this whole challenge is to become a more consistent trader. Set some goals and plans. Plan out your entries, stop losses, and profit targets. And maybe by sharing your ideas on our Discord, our free Discord, you'll learn something new, as I will. 3% to 6% net profit. That's the goal. Anything goes. Trade anything. Now, how do I plan on winning this challenge? I'm going to use a 3-indicator strategy. I'm going to use the MACD, the RSI, and the stochastic RSI. And when they all occur within 3 or 4 days, I'm going to take a trade. I'm going to start with $10,000 because I think most people that are following this channel have a small account. And each trade will have a max of $1,200 each. So I'm risking about 10% of my, which is higher than what the recommendation is of 2%. But when you have a small account, I believe you have to go a little higher percentage. You're not really risking all that anyway, because that's assuming that your stock will go down to zero. It's just not going to happen. I'm going to trade, and I'm going to trade the trade list that's on Discord by buying stocks, or I'm going to use options. My choice. Anything goes. I'm going to use a stop loss of 8% and a profit target of 20%. And I'm going to get out after 45 bars or trading days or 60 calendar days, 2 months. I'm only taking long trades because I'm going to try to pick stocks during this challenge that I think will go up for the decade and for the next 3 months. And again, I'm not going to take every trade that my algo produces. At the end of this video, I'll show you where you can get those trades signals. If you do this challenge, I hope you'll end up with, well, hopefully you'll be a more consistent trader and start winning, but you'll have a watch list of good stocks. You'll have a strategy or a couple strategies that you like and use. And when you do and play the game, your risk reward is going to be good. If I'm losing 8% and winning 20% every time I place a trade, and I win 50% of the time, half the time, can you see that I'm still going to be a very good winner? And in this video, we're going to do some back testing. We're going to see that win rate. I think it's currently in the 60s, but as time goes on, that'll kind of come down because I think we're going to have a lot of turbulence in the next few months based on Ukraine, our economy. And so we're taking long stocks. So that risk reward or that win rate is bound to come down during these next couple months. It's going to be a rough 3 months. Rough 3 months to do a trading challenge. Should have done it last year. So, quick overview of my strategy. You can look at the video entitled My Simple Strategy. And basically, I use a zigzag indicator, pick the tops and bottoms, but you can't use it as the trade because it looks to the future. Right now, the zigzag doesn't know what it's doing. That's when I like to say, okay, if it doesn't know what it's doing, it knew what it was doing here going down. So it doesn't know what it's doing. That means it could go up, it could go down, but it's looking to go up, the opposite of down, because if it was continuing down, this zigzag line would continue. So oftentimes I'll scan a list of stocks looking for when the zigzag doesn't know when there's a gap there. But because it looks for future data, you can't get a signal from the zigzag. All you can do is visually, and I use it visually to use it, identify other indicators that don't look to the future and don't repeat themselves. One of them is the MACD. The stochastic RSI is another one, and the RSI. When the RSI, we're taking long trades here. When the RSI goes below the 30 and comes back around, we get an indication. Below the 20 and comes back around, we get an indication. And my rule for MACD is it's got to be below the 0 for a long. And when they all three occur within 3 or 4 bars of each other, that's when we can take a single. This would be a long single here. And yes, it would have been a small rise, but if you didn't get out, there'd been a house of pain. Likewise, here, and that's been a nice run. Not here, because the MACD is above the 0. And again, here. So you have 2 good winners, maybe a winner, and it kept you out of the trade. It kept you out of the trade there. This one, you take the trade. 2 winners, out of the trade there, you would have missed that, but then you would have not got that, and this would have been a niffy. So that's my strategy. You don't win all the time. That's the one I'm going to use in my algorithm, the 3 indicator strategy. Now I'm going to do some back testing and choose some stocks that trade well with my strategy, the 3 indicator strategy. As I stated before, we have a simple strategy using a 3 indicator strategy, basically the MACD, the RSI, and the stochastics. In preparation for the challenge, I programmed a program in OmniBroker, and this is what it looks like. And I programmed my buy singles that I want to use for this challenge. And basically, the RSI needs to be below the 30 in the last 5 bars. Okay, if it occurred earlier, it's okay. It's got to be below 30 in the last 5 bars, 4 bars, less than 5. See that there. The stochastic RSI has to occur in the last 4 bars, and the 0 lag has to be below the 0. And this all has to occur at one time. I have a few other things. This is to keep me out of the trade if the market is crashing. This is saying to only take a trade if it's above the 200-day moving average. And this is saying, hey, look at the momentum on the weekly time frame and see if the weekly looks like it's moving up as well. It's a little something I added so I won't get so many trades. And I won't get those daily fluctuations. Things got to be moving. I'm picking good stocks, good companies, and good companies move upward or downward for a longer period of time than, say, cheap $5 companies that can be very erratic. The settings are just like in TradingView. Stochastics are 20 and 80. The RSI is 4, and that just a 0 lag being under the zero line for a buy and over the 0 line for. So I programmed my simple strategy. I added my stop losses. I don't want to lose more than 8%, and my profit target is 20. I want to let my winners ride a little bit because I'm trading options. And because I'm trading options, I'm going to cut this whole off and close out the trade after 45 bars or about 60 calendar days. 45 bars or 60 calendar days. And you see I have this screened out. This is where I optimize the stops and losses, the stops and stop losses and profit targets. I can optimize and go through all the symbols and see which one's the best. And I can just tell you that stop loss works great at 12 as well. And I've been, sometimes when I want to stay in the trade a little longer, I'll use a 12%. And if I have another buy single and it's less than 7, I don't want to do any more scaling in more than 7 times. I can scale in, and that's what you'll see. You'll see some scale ins and add-ons. Because that's what you're supposed to do. When you have a winning trade, you're supposed to scale in. So I developed my simple strategy. I can use it manually in TradingView or algorithmic in OmniBroker. Let's save it out. And the first thing I want to do is I want to check it out, see how it performs under Biden, January 1st, 2021 to this year, January 1st, 2022. 1 year under Biden. And what I'm doing is I suspect that the way the stock market and things are going to perform will continue in the same manner as what's happening now. I don't think it's going to improve, and it might deteriorate. It seems like that's a trend right at the moment. We are going to take our equity at $10,000. We're only going to take long trades. We're going to use a daily time frame. We're going to set our stops. No, I have that. My stops set in the program, but the profit target is 20, and you see I'm using 12 a lot, and we're going to do 8, 45 bars or 60 calendar days, and that's how I will set our back testing up. We're going to use all the same stocks that we have under our Discord chat. Actually, I'm going to go even wider. I have a master list of everything I looked at for the last 2 years. We're going to use that. And what we're trying to do, using the master watch list, what we're trying to do is find out which stocks trade best with the strategy that I'm using. That master list looks like this. It has a lot of companies on there: Apple, AMAT, AMD, Amazon, and we're going to see how our algorithm performs with that 500, about 500 stocks. It's just a little shy of that. Using $10,000, each trade is a maximum of $1,200. For the year, we made 87 trades. That's what I like that. The winners were about 47%, and the losers were about 52%. So we had more. Our percentage of win was less than the win rate was less than our lose rate. But look at this. When I won, the average profit was $200, and when I lost, it was $100. So it's about, let's just say it was 50-50, 50-50, almost. But when you win more than you lose. I like that. So starting out with $10,000, doing under Biden reign, we made a 34% profit, net profit, and that's what you were trying to achieve for your challenge. We've tried to do about 20%, about 5% a quarter, 5 or 6% a quarter. So that's about 20%, 22, 23. And the risk adjusted is nearly the same. And that's because, look at this. The average bars were 23 bars. That's over a month. It's 22 trading days in a month. So you're in a trade longer. I like that. And this is using those 500 stocks. This is everything that I ever heard or wanted an interest in, or think I might want to. It's got some what's so-called penny stocks underneath there, and I don't like them that much. But it's everything that I'm interested in I put underneath the master list. And I want to choose from the master list. That's my domain. I'm going to create a subdomain of good stocks that generally trade well with my algorithm under the Biden era. So I've got the date right, and I'm going to do a back test. This is what you can't do in TradingView, individual back test. And what it does is it goes out and takes every one of those symbols from this date and picks out the best. It doesn't actually pick out the best. It just shows you what it would do. Those symbols would have done using this algorithm. There they are. 3 trades for 2 trades for ALL, American Airlines. Apple had 2, and they were winners. American Airlines, that was a big winner, first of the year. This is Alcoa. Anyway, what you can do now is you can get a report of that, a summarized report of each one of those symbols and their net profit. That made $800. That made $200. That's made nearly $800. This made nothing because there was no trades there for the year based on my algorithm. And I can do in cut and paste. And I put that data in a spreadsheet. This is a Google spreadsheet. And I can split this out by the top performers based on net profit and sort it out using a filter. Okay, right there. Filter out. And I also filtered out, I wanted the win rate to be greater than 49. Win rate greater than 49, then I want to filter out the net profit, the top ones. USO, 3D, American Airlines, all produced a fair amount of money and gives the number of trades and the average bar held and the number of winners and the percentage of winners for each one of them. This was at 100%, but it only had probably one trade. So, you have to be careful. That information, it's very important because we developed a trading system that doesn't get that many singles, and it holds the trades longer. Now, if we were taking profits at 5% or 2%, and our losses at 1%, you're your number of trades are going to go up. Your win rate will probably go up, but your chances of holding a big loser have went up too. I want to stay in the trade longer. That's my strategy. So copying this list, and by the way, I could have chose to use the top wins as well. American Airlines again, 2, and the percentage. I want money in my pocket. And that's what I think at the end of the day. It's not the number of wins. It's how much money I put in the bank. And my percentage, my start percentage, I say I have $10,000, and if I end up with $11,000, that percentage of gain over will get me a win on this challenge. 10% in 3 months times 4, that's 40%. That's definitely a win because we're only trying to get 20%. I choose to break it down by the net profit. So copying that into a watch list, and here they are, and choosing the watch list, which now is a subset of my domain. You get the top 2021 stocks. Now if you do a back test, things look a lot better. Look at this, a risk-adjusted return. Oh, we're fantastic. Great. I'm a genius. But what have I done? I back tested, took the best stocks, and then back tested again. Of course I'm going to have better results. This is useless unless you believe that good performing stocks will probably perform good in the future. And that's what I believe. But this tells us nothing. What would tell us something is if we went back further to 2019 and back tested it now, we still get a phenomenal amount of growth. This is fantastic. From your average profit for the winners is 300, and I think our losers are going to be about 150. Perfect. 2 to 1. So it's from 2019 to the 1st of January of this year, this system works absolutely great. Perfect. I'm a genius. Well, what about January 1st, 2022? Taking that same list of outstanding stocks that we back tested it, and now we know. I know most of these, and know and love. And I'm going to use this list to do some analysis for the next month or two. What's it going to do from our data that's not been back tested? Let's do a back test. January 2022. We have to change this to 2023 because it gives no results because the dates are the same. I'm an idiot. So it should give us, whoa, accumulated profit is a $400 loss. What's going on? Wait, I just used those good stocks. Net profit, 400, 12 trades made, 5 winners, 7 losers. Average profit is 110 when I won, and the average losses are bigger. Well, I guess I'm going to have to throw this system away. What could possibly be wrong? Well, the stock market did crash. It has been very volatile. We have the Ukrainian situation. We have supply issues, inflation. I don't think our economy is good, and we're just playing this long to maybe play it short. But no, we're supposed to be picking stocks that we think are good for the long term, or else why go through this effort? That we want to go long on. Eventually, the economy is going to turn around again. But these last 2 months has been an issue. So the point is, we're taking a 2-month slice. That's not enough to do back testing on. You have to take a bigger slice. Else you're going to throw your system away. We had a fantastic system that we've seen works over time using some stocks. Now, it may be broken down, but you can't back test a trading strategy on such a small time frame. So let us fix it a little bit by saying, all right, from the June 1st, let's make it July 1st, that's 6 months, till now, how good is my trading system? If I was trading this strategy from June, July to now, what would it look like? We need to have this changed. I'm an idiot again. And there we go. Our cumulative profit right here is pretty good. Let's see what it looks like for those, I guess it's about 8 months. 30%, that's great. Risk adjusted, that's great. Now, some of this is we're using those back tested. That was our subset that we were back testing again. So, they are going to be great. 188, 123, perfect. In real life, when you do a trading challenge or you challenge yourself, you're going to look at your broker statement each month. And on the first of that month, you will hope that you'll have more money on the last of the month. In other words, that if you have $10,000 on the first of the month, you hope you have more than that at the end of the month. The same with the stocks. You have always stocks that are running. And so for the challenge, I'm going to turn this on July 1st and take trades from there. And the nice thing about Broker, and I'm going to post these trades. I got a report. This is the detailed trade list. And now we're going to do a detailed report that gives you, this is going to be helpful for new traders. That's why you should take the challenge. Try to use a few of the stocks that I'm using, but pick your own. You trade anything. And we have 6 open positions: XLP, Avgo, BJ, Discount Store, Bristol Myers, CVBF, and HESM. All these are positive thing. There's no new signals. The nice thing of this report is it tells you when to scale in and add more. And it tells you that you got a signal, but you have to ignore it because you ran out of money. And there's your open trades. And at the moment, it's positive. So when we start our trading challenge, we're going to start it, the back test, on July 1st, and we're going to let it run. Else we're going to see some negative starts here, and it'll scare people and say that the system is not profitable, where we know it is very profitable and has a good risk reward, 200 to about 100, which is 2 to 1, less than 2 to 1, but I'm rounding. And what I'm going to do is post this back test on the free Discord channel, and you can follow along with this challenge starting March 1st. I hope you'll select some of the stock that are on this list. Let's tie this all up. I have a simple strategy. It consists of 3 indicators: the MACD, the stochastic RSI, and the RSI. And I wrote an algorithm to identify when that occurs. I've chosen some stocks, and I posted them out on my Discord under Stock Planner. Check it out. It's free. And these are the stocks I'm going to trade. They seem to trade well with that particular strategy. I put the backtest report out there, and let's just check that win rate, 66%. And I believe this is going to come down based on our economy and what's happening in Ukraine, because we're going to have some losers. There's the net profit of 30% over a 7-month period, and we're in the trade for how many? 31 bars. That's about a month and a half in calendar days. So you can check that out. And for those experts, you can check out the trade drawdown, whether I'm winning more. Average loss is 123 and nearly $200. Winning more than I'm losing. So I expect some critiques on this strategy, especially if you start losing. We have the trade list each day, currently open in 6 open positions. And this is neat because it shows you if you're winning or losing in each one of those open trades. See that there? And we look like we're winning currently, and really should get out of a couple of these today based on Ukraine invasion and accumulated profit. This is from a start of July 1st. Not that many trades, but you could do this strategy and still have a job. You can't do that with day trading. All right. I hope you join the challenge. I hope you check out my free Discord. I hope you like and subscribe to this video on YouTube. I hope you have a great day in trading today. I hope you like what you're doing. I hope you feel this is a challenge, because life is a challenge, and I need to get to work. Happy trading. We'll catch you.